Gym Nation is in the building. Yes, they are. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Happy Black Friday. That's right. Welcome back. I'm going to go through names in a minute. Just making sure my audio. Okay, I think we're good, but I have to check with my phone. Okay, let's see who's in the building. Of course, Moni is showing out, y'all. Moni is showing out. She's beating me. Wait, does that say 7:34 p.m.? Welcome. What are you doing here so early? Today has been a day. I hope everyone's day. Okay, first of all, I hope if you bought gifts today, you check to make sure that the people you bought gifts for have their passports or don't need to renew their passports. And then if that checked out, then okay. I hope you did some shopping and I hope you supported Black-owned businesses. I'm just going to check my volume real quick and then we will get into today's topic, which I think is so necessary. Okay. Topic, which I think is. Yep. We are live so and in effect. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's see who's in the building first, and then we will get into the topic. I already called out, the teacher's pet. Hey, Moni. Hey, Patricia. Welcome back. Hey, Janet. Good to see you back. I'm wondering if seeking asylum is an option to relocate. Well, not right. I don't think right now for most places. But that may be, something in the future. Peace and blessings. Hey, I actually plan to use the asylum argument if the going gets rough. All we have to do is pull together Trump's tweet and we're set. Listen, they all know already. They know. You don't even have to do any work. They know, whether they saying it or not. They know. And if you watch, like I said, if you watch outside of the US, if you watch some news or talk shows that happen in other countries, trust me, they know. I'm feeling wonky today, processing emotions and giving myself grace. The anger, disappointment seems to have. Yeah, it's a ebb and flow. It is definitely not a. We're not living in a peaceful place, a peaceful state, and the energy that we let in our space will affect that as well. And so definitely try to eliminate whatever is not positive, try to eliminate it. But I wish you well, sister. DL, good evening. I think I said hi. The anger, disappointment never goes away. The election showed us what people think about Black women. Time to go. Yeah. And be sure to come back tomorrow at 9:00 if you can. Of course, if you catch the replay, because we're continuing our conversation surrounding what's our future, what they want for our future, and what we need to do for our future. And I'm specifically talking about women, Black women. The conversation is going to encompass both because, they don't have it for us, right? They don't want women nowhere in the equation except for birthing some babies and cooking some food and being a receptacle. All they have to do is turn on the news. Yep. It's getting worse by day, or maybe I'm just being. No, you're not being dramatic, but yeah, stop watching the news. I'm not saying don't catch up on things that you need to catch up on, but don't let it consume you. Pick and choose what you watch. When you feel that ick, when you feel that turn, it's not worth it, because stress is one of the biggest factors in our health issues, right? And when I say our, I mean Black people, Black women. And the trauma and the stress that we go through on a regular basis is not good for us. It's not how we were designed to live on this earth. So what's the control the things that have the wisdom to know the things that you can control and the things that you can't, and act upon that. So who's out there Black Friday shopping? Raise your hands if you aren't on a split screen waiting for Kim on one side of the screen and shopping on the other. Oh my goodness. Listen, y'all are stopping me from being out in these Black Friday streets because I did not have one extra minute of the day today to do anything. And so the fact that I had to do this at 8 o'clock kept me out of the street. So hey, WM. Not shopping, selling all my stuff, getting a quote on my car. Yay, Patricia, good for you. Like I said, I do little things. If it's a, baby, I'll get a toy or two. But definitely, if they have a brokerage account, it's mostly investments. Appointment for passport next week, and I've given my notice to my landlord for January. This is the happy dance, right? Congratulations. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know why it's not letting me pin comments. Do I have to do it from? Okay, I might have to do it from actually the YouTube page because StreamYard's not letting me do it. No shopping today. Okay, Janet. No judgment here. Just, only shop if shopping is not going to prohibit you from getting the things that you need to get done for real, for real. So great day, because sometimes we need that distraction. We need something to make us feel less stressed. So yeah, great day, gems. We're back for Kim's gems. Yes, well, listen, we all share gems on this, so I'm just the host, okay? I'm the Gem Nation host, and so yeah, thank you. I'm out of this mug, even if it means going to Mexico. What you mean, even if it means going to Mexico? Don't be talking about my Mexico now. Mexico is numero uno on my list of places. So, but I hear you as long as you out. Hey, Mari. Oh, good, Monique. I'm happy for you. Thank you so much for the support. And just to share real quick, today, what took up some time, I woke up to finding out that my Etsy store was compromised in some way. It suspicious activity. There had been a lot. There were thousands of people who went to the store, and I don't know if that has something to do with it. Who knows? But the point is, I was like, that's enough. This is the second time in 1 week that has happened. And so I had a Beacon account, but that was for something else on my TikTok. But I had to clear that out and then shift all the downloadable resources onto the Beacon account. And then after I did that, I had to replace all of the links that have been in all of the videos with the Beacon link. So now everything should be ready to go. The link should be accurate. And so if anyone was trying to get a download earlier today, then, forgive me, because I had no idea that sometime. And the weird thing is it happened like around 4 o'clock in the morning, because there were downloads that took place, up until like 3 something, and then never got an email about it. But anyway, it's good now, so I'm not going to complain. They don't want us to win. Oh, hey, Patricia, I am the host. I am the host. I'm not Mama Gems. Hey, Bad. No Black Friday shopping, and we're almost at the 10-minute mark, so I'm gonna get started in a second. Oh, I made an announcement to the neighborhood. I'm selling off my Halloween and Christmas decorations. I'm going to make a lot off that alone, selling all my stuff as we speak. Oh, wow. Good for you. Sup, Hope Sup, all. This light right here, I'm telling you, I look like I could see, but I really can't. Sup, all. Had a great holiday and stuff. Good for you. I haven't eaten. Well, I shouldn't say that. I snacked today. I had some sweets today, some sweet potato pie Maybe, I'm going to post in my community tab my beautiful sweet potato pies that I made for Thanksgiving. And so that's all I really had today. But I plan to do the same thing after we end this live. Don't forget. Thank you, Patricia. I always forget that if you're in here right now, that means you're part of the Gem Nation. So I shouldn't even have to remember, but thank you, Patricia, because I don't remember. Can you hit the like button, please? It helps the message get out to more people. It tells, YouTube, yeah, whatever she's talking about must be good. So let me share this. So yes, I'd appreciate if you hit the like button. Appreciate it. Okay. Hey, Patricia. I've been really indecisive since the election. I was planning on buying a townhouse in Ooh, child. But I have been contemplating a digital nomad lifestyle. Yeah, to do you just start now. Start researching now. Start putting a list together now. I don't care how crazy it may sound. Jot everything down. If you are a digital person, type it down, whatever. But I prefer, me personally, I like to jot these things down, and I like to put it someplace where I have to look at it every day. This is why I have Kobe Bryant's book right here, Mamba Mentality. It actually has so many amazing motivational quotes, whether you're a basketball fan or not. And I mean, there's other books. I also have another book right here. It's you can't see it. It is Trevor Noah's Born a Crime. When I read the book, I haven't read it in a couple years. I'm gonna say like 3-4 years. It was pre 2020, so it's reminding me that yeah, these isms are real out here. So, yeah, so definitely just start. Magna calling Harris Joe. Listen, they've been doing that. They've been doing that. And so, listen, it is what it is. We know what we dealing with. Like, don't let that knock you off your square. We know what they're doing, we're dealing with, and we know what their plans are, and we know it's going to get worse. So what we gonna do? Fight them? Nope. We gonna put our oxygen mask on and do what we need to do. Hey, 9, Frederic. Please excuse. Oh no, of course. No, I don't even think it was your spelling errors. It's this bright light that is literally in my eyes. And so I need sunglasses right now to really read. So I've been following the FA. Oh, okay. Which are funny and sad. Work around and find that. But I think that it's just feeling the ignorance of people. Listen, I haven't. So anyway, hey Casper 330. Okay, and so we're gonna get back to. Oh, well, let me get to this. Which platform should we use to purchase your resources? So the links are in all the descriptions now. It's Beacons, and it's Black Travel Culture, which is my brand, and I'm going to introduce myself in a second because I have to do that before I go on. But the links are in the description for all of our live videos that we've done so far, and some of the most recent video clips. I think I might have done all of the most recent video clips. So you could just check the description wherever you see beacon.ai/black, I think it's /Black Travel Culture. That's where the resources are. The same resources that were at the Etsy shop are now in the Beacons shop. God grant me the courage to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much, Mari, because of course, just like acronyms, me trying to remember that off the top of my head after a day like today was next to impossible. So yeah, I appreciate that. Let me just do Buenos Tardes. Buenos Tardes, the buck stops here. Oh, we got something for you next week. I don't even know if I can announce it, but the date has been set. Just check the community tab right now. Let me see. I think I could probably tell you the date. The time will be announced, if not tomorrow, no later than Sunday. But we're doing a interview with a footloose and fancy-free 60-plus-year-old Black and abroad Black expat. So anyway, so we're going to bring her in. She's the founder of 60 Plus Black Women Expats, I think is the name of her channel. But anyway, she's going to come Tuesday. I have other people lined up. But me, I'm real strategic in how the messaging goes out and what days and when. And so it just has to, anyway, just stay tuned because they'll all be announced. Oh yeah, good. That works for you too, WM. Perfect. Perfect. No shopping, saving for the X. That's right. That's right. That's right. I need to know about travel relocation tours. There's lots of them. There are lots of them. If there are lots of them. Okay. So let me introduce myself, then we'll get into the conversation because the people come back later and say, you could have got to the point if you wouldn't have did all the yakking. Anyway, what's up, y'all? I am Kim, aka Kim with the Gems. I am the founder and creator of Black Travel and Culture Brand. We are a community of wanderers, of explorers, of wannabe explorers that get together to really share gems, tips, information, and support each other in this very small but sacred world of Black travelers. I am also the host of the Kim with the Gems YouTube channel, and I've had this channel I've had the channel, but not active like most of us, just checking out other channels. I became active in 2022, I want to say. And I started posting my experiences from getting my residency in Mexico, also some financial. I'm an investor. I'm also I trade options as well. And I have been a long-term, I started investing in the stock market when I was like 18. So saying all that to say, I came here to share all the gems, hacks, tricks as it relates to travel, wellness, and finance. And the Holy Spirit put it in my heart, 2 weeks ago, actually just over 2 weeks ago, to do this series, the Stay Ready So We Don't Have to Get Ready travel series, Move Abroad series, Get Your House in Order series. So I completely understand that it is not everyone's dream to move abroad. I get that. I'm not judging that. But I do think everyone needs to get their house in order. And just from the comments that I have been receiving, especially from like that passport, get your passport, how to get your passport video, people didn't even know they needed to get their house in order. People were sitting on passports that they didn't realize were either expired or about to expire and have since taken action. And so that is what tonight's conversation is about. Listen, I know the Lord has sent me here to have these lives and, meet with my fellow gemstones and Gem Nation. But I'm not sitting up here talking for 2 hours just to be talking for 2 hours, right? I'm sitting up here talking for 2 hours, and hopefully, I don't think it'll be 2 hours tonight. But I always say that it always ends up being, we'll see. I know He put me in this position right now to get people to act, not to listen, not to just come and, chit chat and all of that. It's to act could mean just spreading the word. If you have your house in order, but you need to spread the word to people that you're not sure about, then that's action, right? If you don't have your house in order, and what I mean by house in order, for those of you that have been here, meaning having all the paperwork you need at the ready. So that's your passport, that's your birth certificate, that's your social security card, that's what was I going to say? Your marriage certificate, your oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, you go watch the video and get that information, but making sure you have original copies, valid copies of all of these documents, secured, and I was going to say health care information. Get your doctor's appointments done as soon as possible. If you have not had your checkup, this year, get it done. If you need to get blood work done, get it done. If you need medication that you've been sitting on, get those prescriptions, get them filled. We are less than 2 months away from the changing of the guard. And although things such as like healthcare reform and all of that won't happen day one, you don't want to be caught up in the bottleneck. Actually, it's already bottlenecking because especially as it relates to healthcare, it's the end of the year. People are already trying to spend up their FHA money. They're trying to get into the doctors before the year switches over. So these lives are to produce action. These lives are to help walk people through analysis paralysis. I give the example of me starting these lives. If I would had questioned on that Sunday, what was it, November 10th? Okay, I'm going to do these lives for a week. I don't have the topics. I don't have the template. I don't know how long they're going to be. Oh, I gotta wait. I gotta wait till I get all of that figured out before I start. I would have never started this. It'd be January, and I'd still be trying to figure out 7 days worth of topic. And trust me and believe, the reason things don't get done, most people can't get things done, is simply because they don't execute on them. It's just that simple. And so I cannot continue to do these lives without reminding people that this is a community now, right? Y'all are in here chit-chatting before I'm in here. Lean on each other, support one another, ask questions. I'm trying to get the most effective way to build a community where we can not offline, but without me having to be live, we could still host these like type of get-togethers, chit chats, motivational, encouraging types of conversations. But this is not a game, and I'm serious. Like this is something we should not take lightly. And right now we have some time on our hands. So I mean, time is kind of on our side, not on our hands. But time is kind of on. What was I going to say? Time is also in our hands as well, because some of us have vacation coming up. Some of us have days off because of the holidays. Some of us can do things now that they might not have been able to do a month ago because they couldn't get the time off as it relates to getting your paperwork in order. So my whole objective with these lives is to motivate people to execute. And I should have got water, but I did get wine, and I really don't want the rest of this wine right now. I thought I had a water bottle at my desk, but I don't. But anyway, so I want us to execute. I want us to encourage each other to execute. When I see people comment that they did something, they acted on something based on a video, that's what lets me know that I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting God's time. I'm not wasting your time. And so that's what today's video or this live is about, is to really give some motivation. I have some clips, audio that I want to play, as well as have the conversation. Where are you stuck? Because we really need to do less planning and more doing. Like planning should only really be done for real things that are really difficult, right? So, or cost prohibitive. So I get planning like that. But if you need to get your passport, what planning other than, okay, where's the passport office? What day can I get there? And I'm talking about a new passport. But if you need to renew, we've already gone over the steps on how to do that online without having to leave your house, without having to go anywhere, as long as there's no major changes with your name or you got married, anything like that. So I definitely want us to stay in community as we navigate through whatever our goals are. And we all have different goals. That's the beauty of it. Like my goal is not your goal. WM's goal is not Moni's goal. Patricia's goal is not W Square's goal. So let's, just encourage each other to act on whatever. And if that means you shouting out like someone did today, I put in for my passport. Like if you're shouting those things out to let people know that you are taking action, bless you. Bless you, bless you, bless you, because that is what is needed. A lot of times people just need to see someone else do it, see someone else get it done in order for them to execute. And that's why I tell my story about getting Mexican residency on my own. The first part, I didn't hire anybody. The only time I hired somebody was last December when I had to renew. And the only reason I hired somebody then was because when I tell you, I think I had a day and a half in Guadalajara. And I knew that person could get it done. If I would have had that same like month or 2 months, 3 months time frame, I would have did it myself. So my reason for sharing that story is to show my people, my community, that it's possible. And what's the quote? That's Nelson Mandela. It's only impossible until it's done. Like execution is the most important thing you can do. And I'm very handsy, and I know that, but I just caught myself doing that. So tonight's live is extremely necessary. Last night I did an impromptu live. I did say I wasn't going to go live. I do believe in rest and relaxation and family and all, all of that, and feasting and all of that. But I had a conversation, and I'm just going to direct you to the video. So look at my live video from yesterday, which was Thursday, Thanksgiving. And it was a conversation that I had with someone that was born in 1930. I had a conversation with an aunt who was born in 1930, who put so much in perspective as it relates to when people say, oh, you need to stay and fight for this land, or you're turning your back on your people and this and that, and we built this, and how you going to give it up, and your ancestors this and your ancestors that. That conversation just was the conversation that I needed. And it's something so, it's plain, but we don't know these things. Like, we have been leaving to find peace and happiness, and our Black men were willing to leave and put their lives on the line to find peace and happiness. We have options now. We don't have to join the military, right? And so anyway, that conversation was just so important. And I knew if I didn't go live last night, it was just a 10-minute live. It wasn't no hour, 2-hour live, but it was to really share the gems that she dropped without knowing she was dropping gems at the time, that really, motivated me to go forward. So when you get a chance, check that out. If you haven't hit the like button, do that now. We're getting ready to get in the topic, I promise. Well, let me not promise, because I'm going to read some more comments. Then we're going to get into the topic. But I really want to hear from you today, during the lives, whenever we meet. What have you accomplished? In addition to what have you accomplished, right? Thanks to the ones who have already started posting that, where are you stuck? Like, what is stopping you from, and listen, let me put a caveat and a disclaimer. I am not a healthcare professional. I am not a mental health care provider. I cannot or will not attempt to touch those or broach those subjects, right? I just mean, where are you stuck as far as, okay, you know what? I'm in school, and and this is off the top of the dome, right? I'm in school right now. I want to get my bachelor's degree first. And so I don't think it makes sense for me to start researching, moving out the state, the country, the city, whatever. So things like that is what I want to hear. Please don't tell me that, please leave the mental health, the physical health stuff for the professionals. And that's that. So like I said, we only have 1 month left to 2024. 1 month, 1 month, 4 weeks, maybe 5. And less than 2 months before the changing of the guard. So I really want us to start getting serious in what we need to get done, putting a timeline to whatever that is that we need to get done, and making sure it gets done. Now, I'm a huge proponent of a 28-day challenge. Not everybody has to be on the same page with me, but for me, 28-day challenges work. I look at my goals on a week by week basis, right? And at the end of 4 weeks, it surprises me how much I got done. I'm using my 28-day challenge plan to produce guideline resource to get through these 28 days doing lives, and I have a goal, I have an objective, I have a and everything about the type of content that I believe needs to be covered and shared. All of that goes into this 28-day guide. There will be some tweaks, there will be some edits. Like I may not, you know, when I start the week off, I have certain goals. They may have to shift to the next week, but the point is I have a visual, right? I have a direction. I have a roadmap, right, to where I want to be and where I want to go, and where I want this community to be and to go. So whatever works for you, if it's a day by day, if it's a week by week, I just always try to get us to not think in terms of 6-month strategies or 90-day strategies, even, because it's so easy to fall off of those, right? I've always heard that somebody that needs to lose 400 pounds, if they think about needing to lose 400 pounds, they probably will never start the process. But if they think about losing 2 to 3 pounds every week, that'll be, let's just say 3 for the sake of math. So that'll be 12 pounds a month. That's over 100 pounds a year if you stay consistent, right? So that's how we should look at, attacking these goals that we have for peace, and based on the Stay Ready playlist that is on the channel. You can find it, catch up on all the topics, but that's how we should be looking at that. So have any of you, based on the stuff, if you're interested in the digital nomad life, have you started any research as it relates to that? If you're interested in moving abroad, have you started compiling a list based on maybe some of the places that we reviewed in the earlier video? If you wanted to, get more secure, and maybe you're not moving abroad, but you don't feel safe, you feel like you could be a target, have you started looking into these free or next to free resources on how to protect yourself, right? So what are you doing? What are your intentions? And this way we can hold each other accountable. I posted a video 2 days ago with an interview with a self-made millionaire, Gwen Jameer. And I mentioned in that video, for this year, my 2 key words were intentions and accountability. What is my intention in doing said thing? And how am I going to hold myself accountable for doing said thing? And so I want the same for you. And this is manifestation of it. And tomorrow there's going to be a clip. We're doing live tomorrow at 9 a.m. And that's again about, the future this country has for women and why we need to know about it and how we can plan for it. But we're also there's going to be a clip that goes up tomorrow afternoon, a conversation from our Black Travel Talk series I have a co-host. Her name is Dom Singh. She's been with us since 2019, and she has a conversation with a gentleman who moved his family to Mexico, and be sure to check that out. And so, let me see if there's any comments, and then we'll get into the audio. And I'm sure there's comments because y'all are my tribe. Okay, perfect. Okay, there's 43 people in here. Beautiful. Can you hit the like button? And Patricia, thanks for keep reminding me, because we talked about the tourist. Perfect. No shopping. Yep. US exit. Over 50. Yep. Traveling with your dog. Perfect. Again, stay tuned, because we're having a conversation with someone who is in your age demo and has been traveling and has residency, I think maybe a couple of places. And so stay tuned for that. Yes, we are. Oh, fur baby. Yes. Hey, Buckeye again. Yes. Okay. Let me catch up. Patricia, that is slowing me down. If I don't understand what you're saying right now, it's because I was probably talking and you guys were commenting with each other, but I do want to get into this audio. Which platform? We did that. We're using beacons.ai. Trevor's book is amazing. Oh, isn't that book amazing? I was not expecting it to be as amazing as it was. His story, his life, And to see where he is now, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He was born a crime because his father was white. Was he Swedish? Oh my gosh. Like I said, I read this book pre 2020. And he used to have to be hidden because he was literally illegal because of his mixed race. Very sad parts, but a good read, yes. Hey, just saying, welcome back, welcome back. I just brought download From Here to There book. Looking forward to checking it out. Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad. Thank you. I hope you get as much information as you can from there. And if you have, questions while we're here, definitely medical records. Yes. So I had forgot about that, but definitely your health and medical records. Please let everyone know they could apply for passport at the post office. They will take their photos also. Yes, I did mention that in, I think, the passport video, but you're right. Absolutely. So some libraries do it too, which I found out. I didn't know that some. So check your state, see where you can get your passport done without having to go to a passport agency. Thank you so much, WM. Proof of property ownership also needed documents. Yeah. So that was part of the documents as well. Not just proof of property ownership, your bank statements, your brokerage accounts, anything related to money or assets should be printed out, make a copy. If you could keep one in a fireproof something or another, do that. If you trust someone to keep it someplace else so you don't have both copies with you, but make sure you do that. Thank you so much for that. Residence application in per email from the North. Oh, wow. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm so happy to hear that. So for those of you that don't know, I also do consultations, but Just One was already, she listen, she knew what she wanted. There was some swaying that needed to happen. But if you're interested in a consultation where you really just need either help with Mexican residency or help staying on track, like the links are in the description. Oh, and they're also, the rates are currently $50 off until Monday. They go back to regular price Monday. Trust me, listen, I love y'all, but I also need to make sure that I'm not, so I'm going to have to stop doing some things in order to focus on this thing. And so the price will go back up to the regular price, which is $50 more for both the Mexican residency consultation as well as the general consultation. And you could read more about that if you hit the link. Congratulations, Just One. Congratulations. I so need to hear this because I am that planner. Good, good, good. Well, I'm glad this is. Now I'm not saying you shouldn't plan, but we so often get stuck in planning that it paralyzes us. And we'll just keep planning. By the time you finish planning, you're going to need to do another plan because whatever you were planning is antiquated. And so, yeah, oh my gosh. I'm having trouble getting an additional birth certificate and afraid to send off my only copy of my passport. Oh, jazz R&B joint. Okay, that's interesting. So you're saying you're not near your vital statistics your office for the state, because the Bureau, I think it's the Bureau of Vital Statistics. Well, in New York, that's what it's called. I didn't have to. I mean, you shouldn't. Ugh. So I don't know where. Tell me where you live. And are you near where you live? My family just applied for passports. Biological woman. Listen, congratulations on that. Got my paperwork sent off today for my passport. Wonderful, just saying. I think, yeah, so I think you commented that on one of the videos, but congratulations. According to the website, they'll send your original paperwork back to you. I'm still going to make a copy at Jazz. Okay. So good. Look at this is community. This is community because I didn't have to do the whole passport send off whole thing. Yep, 1930. 94 years old, all her faculties. Still drives herself to church, sings on the choir, um, goes to bingo Wednesdays and sometimes Fridays, and can hold a conversation like, oh, and as a sports fanatic, please don't call her while baseball, her team is playing, her football teams, her basketball team. If you did not know her age, you would not know her age, even by looking at her. But the story she has as a um, wife of a military man living all over the world, amazing. Patricia, yes, but I'm worried about needing it in between or lost in the mail. Yeah, yeah. Got my notepad. Let me see. Passport for BC mail in, and just put your city or state. Last night was oh, thank you, Patricia. And it was very impromptu. It literally was. But I was like, this, if I might forget to tell the story, or I just would not tell the story. So I had to just jump on and share that. Got the ebook Wednesday and got the ebook on Wednesday and put in my passport renewal online Tuesday. Shell S, listen. Y'all got to make me cry, but I ain't going to cry. I promise you I won't. Y'all can always go to the Vital Check for your state. Oh, DL, look at DL. DL is on it for your state and order a second birth certificate if you're concerned about needing it for other things while waiting. Ask them to expedite. Perfect. When I did it, I had to go in because I was also power of attorney for somebody that needed one too. So I had to go in, but thanks for that information. I've gotten my passport. Where I'm stuck is that I'm 69 years old with limited disabilities. My family is not on board. Okay, you know what? Hopefully you can join us live on Tuesday and you can direct those questions to someone who probably and also join the 60 plus Black woman expat group. She's on Facebook. And she also, I believe, has a YouTube channel, but I know they're very active on Facebook. They have tons of 60 plus year old expats in there that can help in any way. So I understand, but they only take the original scary, but it is what it is. Yeah, I don't live there anymore, about 20 hours away. Oh, driver's license. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that if you only can get it by sending in your passport, just make sure the way you send everything, you have they probably won't send it regular mail. So you shouldn't send it regular mail. Make sure there's a trackable feature on however you send it to them. And they'll, I'm sure, have a trackable feature on how they send it back to you. But off the cuff, that's all I got. Thanks, DL. Going to order back up. Okay. You're welcome. I've tried online twice over the past year. Keep claiming they don't have the order. Oh, okay. So yeah. So let me. Patricia, I'm meeting with them for house sitting. Oh, wonderful. That is great. And that's another, resource. And the first video I did 2 Sundays ago, I think it was November 10th. Stephanie Perry is a great resource for people who are looking to even start their journey, maybe by house sitting. Maybe you want to look for a way to access a move abroad or a bop abroad, without spending money on housing, and house sitting is a good way to do that. The very first step is get your passport, then make another step and write down a goal. So that's not for you, Kevin. You're saying for somebody else, because you say your, not mine. We need to Zoom call where we can talk anymore. Yeah, Zoom is okay, but I do believe that. So what I don't like about Zoom if I'm doing something like this, I need to see people. I need to see people's faces. You don't have to be on camera all the time. Zoom just makes it too easy. And I wouldn't want to, make it so that you can't join if you don't. Anyway, I need to work through some things with that. I need to talk to the Lord about that one. Yeah, I need to. Hey LB, how are you? Someone else, she just came back from Mexico. Hey LB, that is my people right there. Didn't think you were going live today. Hello. Yeah, you could always check the community tab, and let me not say always. As long as I don't get caught up, tied up, check the community tab. I try to post it the day before, if not the morning of. So if we have a nighttime live and I don't post the day before, if I don't post the day before, it's because we have a nighttime live, and you can check the day of. I'm stuck on being in Mexico solely. I'm 52, single, and November. Girl, you will have the time of you. Let's get unstuck with that real quick. Now, I don't know what part of Mexico that you want to go to, but go to my channel, look up the video where I did a live from Guadalajara. Well, Lake Chapala, Ajijic. Those meetups that I've highlighted, those brunches, they happen frequently in certain parts of Mexico. And, it doesn't only have to be Black meetups. A lot of them are, blended meetups. So some of them are all Black women, some of them are Black families, some of them. So all of these Facebook groups that have, Black in Guadalajara, Black in or whatever, Black people of Oaxaca, all of that should be the least of your concerns. Let me just let me just ease your mind right there. And again, you don't have to be the most, outgoing, talkative person to meet your tribe out there, because they have yeah. We'll talk. So that's actually part of moving abroad solo. That's one of the topics that is coming up soon. You will find such peace too. Can we unite women 60 and over to do some scouting trips together? Evie, you might have missed what I said, but there is a 60-plus-year-old expat who has residency, I believe. She has residency in 2 places, I believe. I don't want to misspeak. Well, she will be here on Tuesday to talk more about that. I don't know if they're all 60 plus, but there are scouting trips that target, Gen X retirees, let's just say. Hey, K Meher K Salim. I hope I said that right. That would be great. Yeah. So more on that. Exact travel group to support each other. New sub here. Do you recommend trade and travel? Was thinking about signing up. It was your review that made me look into the program. Oh, not right now. Not right now, because this market is not a good market for beginners. I don't think. I wouldn't. Let me just say this. I would not recommend it. And thanks for reminding me. I need to hide that video. Now, back in the day, yeah. when the world shut down till about the top of this year, yeah. But if you don't know what you're doing, the market will take your money real quick, real fast. And it is, because this market is interesting right now. So if you were trained a few years back, then this is a great market, but it's not a good market to start. And I don't believe her program is like it was it's not. So no, I would not recommend at all. No Black Friday shopping or any other shopping for that matter. My daughter and granddaughter are excited about me purchasing their pet. Oh, savvy soldier. Anyone who is looking for a Christmas gift for someone in their family, a loved one, gift them a passport. Gift them, and you could watch. I did a 101 get your passport. It's a clip from the longer video that I did, but it just went live like 2 days ago, and it talks about how you can gift a passport. Congratulations, Savvy Soldier. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. Whoo, I get goosebumps when y'all share stories like that. Do you think it will be a travel issue like ban to go overseas? Are you saying, will there be a travel ban for Americans to go? I need you to clarify that. Does the consulate office need originals of everything? And when you say everything, you're talking about like what are you talking about? Because you're just really giving your passport, your financial, and the application. So so if you're talking bank statements, yes, they want originals. Some need them notarized or stamped from the bank. And then some places they also want you to make a copy. So you have to look at the consulate. And there is a very inexpensive guide to Mexican residency ebook for under $10. But what's so special about it is you don't have to scour. Like I have all 53 consulates available for you to just you touch it, it takes you straight to the website. You can find out all of the requirements because each consulate is different. There's no two consulates. What happens in New York does not happen in Atlanta. So it's a great resource that allows you not only to access the consulates. Let me just read what it says, and then we'll get into the audio. I promise we're going to get into the audio, but I do want to get these questions because I do want us to encourage each other. That's what this is about. We have to stop the analysis paralysis game. So hold on. Let me just see exactly. I have to pull it up, and then I'll tell you exactly what the guide gives you. Okay. So in the guide, oh no, that's the wrong one. Hold on, that's the first one. Hold up. Okay. So what's inside? You'll get a list of the Mexican consulates in the US with clickable links for direct access. You'll get a complete definition of what the role of the Mexican consulate is, at a glance map of the US consulates, how to book your appointment at a Mexican consulate, what exactly is financial solvency if you're interested in moving to Mexico. What is that and what does it mean to the Mexican government? Recent articles about Mexico and the US, both past and present, so the relationship between the US and Mexico over the years, and some things tend to repeat themselves, so it's good to know. And then additional interesting facts about different neighborhoods in Mexico and links to other resources. So that is the link you'll find in the description. And again, that's only $10 or less than $10. And that's something that I would only distribute to my clients who I had consultation calls with. But because I literally want us to remove all the main barriers, I know for me, researching can make people stop doing, right? If you have to look up, there's 53 different consulates, right? If you live in a state where you can't get an appointment for a month, you may want to look at another state, but you need to know what their requirements are. And then there may be another state that you have to look at because you may not meet the requirements of that other state. So because each consulate has a different set of requirements. So this book was put together and distributed affordably because God told me to do it. It's just that simple. So you would need to look at the consulate site to see what they need. Raleigh Consulate, I made my appointment online, but beginning this coming week, they will have a number to call. My appointment is... I have to get a bell or something for people who make these type of testimonies. God bless you. Wish you luck. Dot your I's, cross your T's. More is best. So if you think you may need to take something, take it. You do not want and read their requirements. Don't read requirements for any other consulate. Focus on their requirements and over deliver. And I give some extra gems to people who because I can't say it to the masses, but whoever gets a consultation, there's extra gems that I would share. My mom was very excited to go with me, but when I went to her nursing home last night, she said she changed her mind. I'm so sad. She's paralyzed and almost 85. I think she's scared. Yeah, exactly what it is. Um, and sometimes you may just have to make executive decisions, and I don't know what that decision is. Is it to be at peace knowing she's okay, you maybe can come back every so often, or is that executive decision, uh get your mom's passport ready, make sure, like, you know, the thing about it is, if you get residency in some places, it's easier to, you know, if you have an elderly parent, it's easier to bring them in as well. But I get it. It's that's heavy. That's heavy. But at 85, listen, your mother could think one thing today, and then when she sees you serious about something, she may truly change her mind. Yes, great purchases that are worth more than the purchase price. Yeah, when I went off for my passport, they had to send the original birth certificate and marriage certificate, and they did return. Perfect, 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 perfect. That's good to hear. The passport applications tell you how and where to send the completed application. Yes, it does. Um, okay. Hey, Cynthia, welcome back. Welcome back. I loved it. Want to check it out. That is Ajihi, Mexico. Or the video, yes. It's a special place. It's a special place, and the community. I think no, it is Lake Chapala. Ajihi has the biggest expat community in the world. Oh, okay. So you are good. So you got the I'm going to say Bedminster. It's not Bedminster. You know what I'm talking about. The new one, New Brunswick. You got New Brunswick. Wonderful. Wonderful. Before I leave for Italy, I'm going to Panama for a few days to get permanent residency. I'm looking forward to your guest speaker. Wonderful. Yes. Panama is someplace else I definitely have my eyes on, but I'm not sure. But I we'll see. Okay, so we're going to get into some audio, and this is some motivational. Some is more motivational, but we're going to get back to conversation after we hear. So this first one is something that I have pinned at the top of my personal IG page, and I listened to it. Well, there's two things, so hopefully you can see this. Well, I'm not going to show this to you yet. Hold on a second. Hold on. Um, I'm going to end with that one because that's a spiritual based one. And so let me start with. I'm going to start with a link from what's his name. Hold on. I'm going to start with a link from Gary V. I hope it starts at the right place. Hold on one second.
Make yourself happy, and then I promise you, moms and best friend are gonna be smiling like crazy up there for you. The way you become selfless in life is by becoming selfish about your own happiness. No one is strong enough to help others if they're not good. Do it for you, and then if you do it for you, you'll be doing it for them. Brother, I promise you, it's more than okay, it's required. You know you're tasting success. You know you're tasting happiness. It sounds like you've dealt with a lot of adversity in the past. This new lane isn't computers. This new lane is happiness and prosperity. You're on the cusp of a substantially great change in your life. I'm so proud of you and so happy. I was just wondering what your strategy.
Were y'all able to hear that? Could you put yes if you heard it, or no if you didn't? I think there's a little delay. Okay, good, 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 good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I want to play it again, but I'm going to play another video first, but I really want what he said to set in. And I want you to take notes and plaster the notes. Like, put your oxygen mask on first. And I'll just leave it, at that for now. But there's another video or another audio that I want to play. Hold on.
And there's to continue to push, like I did with my father. Sometimes.
Okay. So, DL, this may apply to you. So take a listen. Hold on a second. Let me restart that. Hold on. I'm coming. Okay.
I know that's also, there's something in for me as well. Like, develop and pursue my career and my overall
I'm sorry.
development, in building businesses.
One of the mistakes that kids.
Stop. That I knew I did that. So give me a second. I have to restart it. I had it at the starting point, but I was.
There's to continue to push, like I did with my father.
Okay.
Sometimes
Perfect.
He said yes right away.
Okay. All righty. So we're gonna try this one more time.
And there's to continue to push, like I did with my father. Sometimes he said yes right away. Other times he said no 25 times. And on the 26th time, I wore him down. If you think your parents are too headstrong, then you are allowed to move on. You can put your head on your pillow knowing that you tried to help them. And unfortunately, you didn't get there.
I think I wasn't dissatisfied with it,
So I'm just going to play that clip. I'm going to add the links to the whole conversation. He really talks about, marketing and all that, how to market yourself, how to be authentic and all of that. But what he mentioned about being happy and moving on were just divine messages, once again, that I wanted to share with you all. So it's easier said than done. I get it. But start trying to live from that point of view. Like, it's more than about what's happening next month with the changing of the guard, but it's about how you're setting yourself up for the future with all of the radical changes that are going to occur. And so leaving some people behind, even people that may be close to you, unfortunately may be a reality. Being happy is your priority. And not in a selfish way, right? It's more in a I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired type of way. And so as we go through this analysis paralysis, stopping because we are fearful what others may think or how others may respond, let's try to keep that at the top of our, the top of our thinking. It is, what is that, Dinner with Maury or something like that? I can't remember the book, but usually when it's time for us to, exit this side, of life, right? The thing that most people regret are the things that they didn't do. And the sad thing is a lot of things that they did not do that they wanted to do is because of other people. And so it's not easy. Trust me, I know it's not easy. But having a plan B is what our ancestors wanted for us. Having options that they didn't have is what our ancestors wanted for us, right? And so through all Tuesdays with Maury, thank you. I love my tribe. I really love my Gem Nation. Oh my gosh. So if we really want to be our ancestors' wildest dreams, that does not mean staying here and being mistreated like they were. That does not mean going back to what they had to deal with. It just does not. It doesn't even make sense when you think about it. It does not make sense. And when I say stay here, I'm not saying, again, we all have to leave, but some of us are in really precarious situations in our neighborhoods, at our workplaces, that we really need to start thinking about how are we going to get out of this so we can have a more peaceful life, even with all of the madness going on. And so, hold on a second. I do want to let me know if that makes sense to you guys. Like, I mean, I don't want to be preachy here, but sometimes messages come to me and I'm like, somebody else needs to hear this. Like, that's how come I went live last night. I was like, whoa, somebody else needs to hear this. And someone is stuck. And this can help get them unstuck. Like, okay, I asked everybody, like, during the holidays, start having the conversations with your community just to get, temperature check, see who may be on board and who may not be, and who may need some swaying, and who just can't be swayed. Hopefully those conversations started yesterday or this week as you gathered with family and will continue through the holidays. But just know that no one is responsible for you and your happiness except you. And then I want to underscore, protect our babies. Like, these kids are going to grow up, these children are going to grow up in such a high anxiety state that they really don't have to, because there's other places that they won't have to. And so even if it just means starting the research process, if it just means starting to investigate, if it just means coming here and seeing what other people are saying to give you motivation, we need to execute. And so, and if not coming here, going to another channel, I promote other channels and other experts that I think could help in this, in what I'm trying to say, And so the purpose again of tonight's live was really I want you to ask yourself, if you're really serious about what it is, you want to do, what have you accomplished so far? Have you started anything? Have you done anything to help get you to whatever it is you want to accomplish? And if you haven't, be honest with where you are stuck and try to get unstuck. Like, don't stay stuck. We don't have time to stay stuck. Nobody has time to stay stuck with what is about to happen. Because guess what? Come March next year, when you're unable to get your passport because the delays are 18 months long, or the delays are 10 months long, whatever they are, because of the budget cuts, because of whatever, you will regret it. You will be like, damn, that Kim with the gems. That Kim with the gems told me. My Gem Nation tribe told me that I should have started this back before all this happened. The same with getting your Social Security cards. There's going to be massive cuts across the board in different, government factions. And so now is the time to start getting anything, paperwork, all of that, whatever is needed together now. And so if that's where you're stuck, get unstuck. How can we help you get unstuck, right? With less than a month, just over a month, left in the year, we need to be unstuck this week. We need to be unstuck after this live is over. If anyone is in here is stuck, we need to be unstuck and executing as soon as this live is over. And again, execution does not always mean something big. It can mean simple research, right? To start. But you want to have a goal. So if your goal is to get your Social Security card, start the research and then execute before the 7 days is over. Okay. And so then maybe by the end of 28 days, you will have all the paperwork that you need. And so let me see if there's any questions. Hold on one sec. Okay. So I saw, can y'all if you haven't liked this video, can you like it? So whenever we even end this, it will be pushed out to more people and they'll get to see it as well. I appreciate it. I can't see how many likes. I don't even look at them, but I know YouTube does. I know the algorithm loves a like and a dislike. Hands yellow, heart red. I missed that one, Anita. Yes, Tuesdays with Maury. Exactly. So true. Mic drop. Thank you, Patricia. The promise of America has changed from what they were fighting for. We don't have to stay in our abusive relationship. Listen, 100%. And we never were part of that promise, child. We were the exclusions apply, the asterisk exclusions apply. That's what we were. So preach on. Thank you, LB. Hey, Jan Wig, welcome back. Welcome back. I hear you. Okay, perfect. Self preservation, not selfishness. Self preservation, first law of nature. Self preservation, exactly. Amen about the kids. That's my main motivation. My sweet girl just turned 5. I'm renewing. And praise God. Thank you. Thank you for posting that, because I'm worried about the kids more than I am the adults that choose not to act, because they don't have a choice. They don't know what they don't know, and they just live in life, and we just need to protect them. So that's why I'm even saying, like, I posted another video with Mr. Teacher Jordan, and he's a teacher in Brooklyn, in Brownsville, Brooklyn, and he's been overseeing this program called Brownsville Abroad since pre-2020. And his school is in Brownsville, Brooklyn, an area which, a lot of the students are not known to travel. It's not like, one of the private schools on the Upper East Side where they get to travel a lot. But he has made it his mission to make sure that at least it ranges. I think pre-pandemic it was maybe like 20. Now it may be, so pre-2020, it was about 20 something students. Now it's anywhere from 15 to 17, I think. But they all go on cultural immersive learning experiences once a year, and they provide the passports for the children. So it's my favorite cause initiative program. And so if you get a chance, check that video out. But that's how I support as well. I also do passport giveaways on my other social media platforms. And I just believe that we need to protect those that may not have people that even know how important having a passport is, or having, options, maybe because they didn't have options or they didn't see people who had options. So that's why I'm so passionate about this. And so I so appreciate those comments of people taking action. And if you can't, for your family, maybe, and you have the means, maybe there's somebody else that you can do it for, that is not a family member. There's an organization like Brownsville Abroad. There's a link. I actually did a link to his initiative at the bottom of the video. I mean, in the description. So it's 'tis the season, right? So if you want to support, please feel free to do that. I would like to find a golden girl kind of friendship eventually. Right now, I need an accountability partner. Come back Tuesday. We're going to be talking about the 60 plus demographic of Black women and Black men, I presume. That's my ministry. I don't leave the men out of these conversations, who want to form community. And girl, Lake Chapala Ahihi, you would have a whole network. In that video, you will see not only do they get together, they are the most social bunch of people that I've come across, but they also form, I call them pods of like 4 people who communicate every day to make sure everything's okay. And that, everybody, if you're by yourself, you're okay. So every day on WhatsApp, they have phone calls. Someone has a car. Oh, so yeah. So definitely come back on Tuesday and check out the video that I did about Black people thriving. Don't believe the lies, I think is the title. I asked everyone at Thanksgiving dinner if they had a passport and stressed the urgency to start the process. All you can do is spread the message and pray and hope that they act, but you are doing your job and the Lord's work. Thank you, Gemstone. I believe that you will change lives. Travel buddy, yes. So I'm not sure yet, Janet. A time was sent to me today. I have to confirm that time because I also do consultations, and I just have to first I have to see if I have a consultation. You can't book within 48 hours. So tomorrow is Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I'll confirm the time and then block off that time. Long story short, I just don't want to double book nothing. So I'll know definitely this weekend what time. So definitely check the community post if you missed the live, but it's scheduled for Tuesday, but I'll confirm later. Do I feel the passport will be the only means of ID? No. And I don't know how long a passport will be a means of ID. We're just staying ready for now so we don't have to get ready. We can't be concerned about what things they may have that pop up that we have no idea that may pop up. So there may, because like they have this real ID that's supposed to be the super strong ID. And in some cases, you don't need a passport if you have it, not necessarily to travel internationally, but to get on planes and stuff like that. So I don't know what they have planned, quite honestly, but I do know right now the passport, at least for the foreseeable future, is still very strong, and that too many people rely on. There's too much changing that would have to happen from training. We think in short term. We're talking from now through 2025. We need to plan some things. We need to get some things done. More than that, I need that encouragement to make moves to do what I have to do. We're gonna figure something out because the interest is strong. The interest is there. It is real. Oh, wow. So look at my gemstones. That's what I'm saying. I'm just the host, y'all, because I know I don't know it all. But Miss Cynthia has given some amazing advice. She's a member of the co-living Facebook group, Golden Girls Type of Living. I may wear my Golden Girl shirt on Tuesday. I have a Golden Girl. I love the Golden Girls. I have a Golden Girl shirt that my cousin gave to her birthday crew. Oh my gosh. I may wear that on Tuesday. You have your passport? Is that what you're saying? M. Dickens 811. Real ID. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good, Jan. So check them out. And I know, I always think I'm going to be here less than an hour, so I don't plug my light in. I just charge it and then keep it going. But anyway, the light went out, but that's okay. But there were a couple comments I did want to read real quick from some of the people's. Let me get to the studio. Let me get to the comments. Community. Okay. So just people literally commenting. There were so many people that commented about the live that I did yesterday. Even some people like validating about, men joining the service in the 40s, 50s, and 60s to get away from the horrendous treatment that they were facing here, only to come back and still face that, type of treatment. So we've been trying to get out of here. We just never had as many options as we do now. So thanks, Kim. We need this for our energy to stay focused. I said I'm not sharing this, am I? You know how I am with this on StreamYard. Share. Now I gotta bring it up to the stage. So we're just going through a thanks, Kim. We need this raw energy to stay focused. Thank God for our foundational mamas, grandmamas, and aunties. This is such an encouragement. The only reason anyone would tell a descendant of American slavery to fight to stay in the land of their captivity is because misery loves company. We're done with this black white DV relationship, and we'll be on the return boat trip out of here. Okay. And then you'll get, I'm fear mongering, too much TV and not living in the real world. Look at actions, intentions, whatever. I'm excited to renew mine soon. I surrendered my slave surname for an African one. So listen, I'm just sharing these because someone else, I started my renewal, but got an email about my process is being stopped because of my name change. So we discussed that. You have to check all the boxes if you're changing anything on your passport. They have to verify that you are still you. And that, so definitely be careful with that. Now, this was interesting. Be careful with moving. If moving to Mexico, everyone knows the cartel runs police and government. A lot of people have gone missing from the USA and Mexico. Listen, he obviously don't know what's going on over here. He don't know what's going on over here. If he thinks we should be worried about, check out the video that's going to drop tomorrow afternoon, the interview, because the guy who was interviewed, he brings up that whole thing and what his family said. And these are just some of the comments, but I live for the ones that say, thank you, Kim, and Kim's insightful aunt. Yes, there's Cynthia. Yes, a slowdown of passports is a given. Yes, 100%. Do I coach people to bop around the world? I coach people to develop a plan, figure out how to execute on that plan, and I work through helping you do that with resources from someone who has bopped around the world. So the answer is yes. Kim, thank you for being so informative. I have looked at several channels and yours is by far the best. Lord Jesus. Listen, your aunt's message is so good, and I don't judge any African American who leaves because they're done. We have options. God bless you for sharing this information. This confirmation, Kim. You're welcome, Cynthia. Kim, you rock. Thank you for being your authentic self to the community. And there's so many more. I'm not going to go. We do our reviews on Wednesday with, what the people's is saying. Oh, this is the one I wanted to see. Oh, Kim, my mom's brother, Air Force dad's brother, Army high ranking long term. Our lives are similar. We are good to leave, just need to start. Went to Portugal. I think I start going to Portugal twice. It was an overwhelming emotional experience, truly like I belonged. Oh, so she went. We learned so much from our elders. Priceless. Thank you for inspiration and your time to our main gym. And your time to our main gym. Oh, Patricia, thank you. So yeah, so I'm not going to, read through all of that. But again, this video tonight was to encourage, to inspire, to let's get off the pot. The saying ish or get off the pot. Let's get off the pot. We finish, ishing, and let's make sure that we accomplish these goals that are timely and necessary. And so again, I really believe that just from a lot of the comments, the overwhelming comments, of course, you're going to get the ones that the people that just don't get it. And the saying is, people don't get your calling because it wasn't a conference call. If your calling is to do something, it's not up to somebody else to get it. It's your calling. It's not theirs. And yes, do we want to have, people in our corner? Do we want to have support? Do we want to have a network? Absolutely. But is it required to have it to do something? Absolutely not. We can build that. And I think that's what part of this community, the Gemstones, the Gem Nation represents. A community of people that are looking for solutions. We may not have them all. Like I said, I know I don't have all the answers. So that's why I rely on this community to help solve when people ask. So that gem about the Golden Girls type of community that's on Facebook, priceless, because I didn't know. And so we are going to continue to inspire, but I just don't want to come on here and keep giving tips, gems, advice. And for those of you who haven't been here, I just want to quickly go over what we discussed so you can go look at some of the videos that we've the live videos that we've done. So, okay. Oh, we've done a lot. Goodness gracious. Okay, so let's just share this. Okay. And then we'll be wrapping up. I'll read some more. I'll read some more comments and then we'll wrap up. Because I need some leftover cranberry sauce and stuffing and okay, share. Oh, I gotta bring it up to the stage, add to stage. There we go. So let's just go over. So this is the first day, 2 weeks ago on a Sunday. So actually this Sunday will be 3 weeks. Black women who are thinking about moving abroad, these 5 resources are for you. This was, listen, they acting a fool already. What Black women must do now before things really change. And it was motivated by this occurrence in New York with this idiot all up in this sister's face. Next was 12 countries Black Americans are moving to and why, including a cost of living comparison. So if you're interested in some of the most popular destinations that Black Americans are expatriating to, this is a great video for you. This was watch before planning your move to Mexico, recommended cities for Black Americans. The next one was, it's time to cheat on America. Like, listen, when you in bad relationships, you may not really want to just completely cut it off, because as long as, you don't feel, as long as there's no hand, listen, if there's DV, then get out, right? But maybe it's just not suiting your needs anymore. You want to open things up, listen, start dating around, and I mean dating other countries. Avoid these traps when planning your move. Don't be a victim. There's some tips that I give based on my experience when moving abroad, and try not to get got. I also gave some real move abroad money tips using the DoorDash method, because a lot of times people don't realize, especially women, Black women and men in the Gen X and older community, they don't realize how important their voices are to the community, right? And so we shy away from doing things that can bring you in some extra income, like starting a YouTube channel, like going on various social media platforms, requesting speaking engagements. Like, our voice is so necessary right now, because so many people have been brainwashed into this 10-second news culture, right? So the younger generation, they're not offering the same type of knowledge that we have. And the older generation is holding on to it. So what's going to happen? It's going to dissipate. So there is an audience out there for you. I'm not telling everyone to get on YouTube. I've been my job, I've had to do presentations all my career, right? And so I don't have a problem doing this. And I understand that some people don't want to do this, but find a way to get your voice out, or your voice heard, and capitalize on it. And so DoorDash, she's a great example. She's over 40. Some people love her, some people hate her, but I know one thing for certain, 2 things for sure. She's gonna clear over $30,000 in 3 months by doing social media and not anything super, like just sharing her story, her life, as she started off as a DoorDasher, and now she's sharing how she was an unwanted childhood. She wasn't even supposed to be here. Her mother didn't really want to have her and treated her as such. And so she goes on and gives some real inspirational stories, I think. Now, some things are a little too much for me, but for somebody else, it's just right. Just like for me, for other people, I talk too much. These videos are too long. But for the people that keep coming and keep showing up, that's who I do it for. That's who this is for. And so you'll find your tribe, is what I'm trying to say. Another video, The Truth About Mexico as a Black Woman, my journey to residency and why I chose Mexico. 11 cheap places to live and retire, Black and abroad. Best countries for healthcare. Let's stay ready because some of us do need to go someplace where they have, and so many countries that we don't know have great healthcare systems at a fraction of a cost. Great, not when I say great, not just great, great is too broad of a word, but they have high quality healthcare for a fraction of a cost than what we're used to spending. Passport changes are here, what Black Americans should know and do. Then every Wednesday at 10 p.m., we do a weekly recap. We go over comments that I received, we go over questions that I received, and we do live Q&A, all about the Stay Ready movement. Oh, I had to log out and come back in. That's why. Avoid these 5 countries, Black people. So these are countries that often rank at the top of the list for Black Americans not to move to. However, I disagree with one very strongly, Italy, but I want you to watch the video if you are looking for what the people, the the majority of the people, so they say, are saying. 8 steps to a smooth exit. These are just some move abroad tips for people, who are stuck and need to get unstuck. Digital nomad tips for Black women who want to exit the U.S. We discussed the top careers or top industries where you can live abroad and make an income. I also shared one of the top experts in that field and how her community is helping and has been helping. I got first introduced to her in 2020, and she's been doing this, I think she said 7 years. Her name is Libria Jones. And so I talk about her platform and give another reference in there as well. Then I talked about Black people, it's okay to bounce. Let's review our future and what it will look like. And we broke down some of the tent poles of what this Project 2025 has what has been uncovered, because for some reason they still just don't seem to want to cover it as much as they should in mass media or corporate media. And so we talked about the great purge that is expected. We also talked about F around and find out, tips for Black women who want to stay safe, free or next to free options for people who want to learn self-defense. Because listen, some of us live in some areas where we may be the only this, or our kids may be the only that. So not just teaching ourselves, but teaching our kids some real self-defense tactics. Myth or fact, are these countries safe or dangerous? That was another one. What countries get high travel advisory warnings, and are they real, or is there another reason why this is happening? We did the chat, then we did going to Mexico, not so fast, what's really going on at the border. Is Mexico closing their borders to Americans, and will that happen? That was a topic of discussion. There was some news going around that the president of Mexico was going to ship Americans back across the border if Grump was to close or start sending people back to Mexico. We talk about that. And then last night was the impromptu live that the Holy Spirit motivated me to come on and talk about and share. Right now, we're talking about stop the analysis paralysis. It's time for action because we want to stay ready. This is not a drill, y'all. It's really not. And then tomorrow at 9 a.m., we're going to continue our weekly discussions about what their plans are versus our plans as it relates to Project 2025. And you can see these images from Handmaid's Tale. And so, yeah. And then every week we'll do, like I said, every Wednesday we'll do the weekly roundup recap. And so let me see if there's any more questions. And then, okay. So let's go. You have was that Real ID? Oh, Real ID. Yes. Yay. Mine's should be coming whenever they send it. Very cool, Jan Wick. I'm going to look for that. Thank you, Cynthia. Love the Golden Girls. Yes. One of the funniest shows ever. I tried to join Facebook, but was denied. Don't understand. Oh, you already tried to join the Golden Girls? Oh, I don't know why. I didn't even know it existed. So maybe Cynthia could, I don't know. I don't want to assign nobody any task. The video looks better without the light, Kim. Oh, does it really? Well, good. My eyes. Thank you for that, because then I'm going to have to stop, sharing. I mean, stop using the light. Thank you so much, Ebad. Still new with social media. Is that why you're thinking you could have been denied? Dolores G says, I plan to get a passport beginning this week. We'll follow through with the counseling also. Thanks. Oh, you're so welcome, Dolores. Listen, you are going to get your passport beginning this week. You are going to fill out start the paperwork process for your passport this week. Less planning, more doing. That is the title of today's topic. So we're going to hold you accountable to that, Dolores. Thanks, Kim. I hear the urgency and it's necessary and much appreciated. Oh, pleasantry, that's me. Yeah, it's not fear mongering. It's just, listen, we talked about the 7 P's a week or so ago, piss poor planning. No, prior proper planning prevents piss poor performance. I couldn't remember it the last time, but that's it. So yeah, we just want to stay ready so we don't have to get ready. I like that statement. Start dating other countries. 100%. We don't have to be loyal to a country and or a person that's not loyal to us. Why would we be? We've been indoctrinated to think we have to be. You may have to have a pic to prove you're Black at WM. Oh, so yeah. So if you don't have, a lot of communities, it's a Black-based community, because there's a lot of trolls. Trust me, I have Black travel culture on Facebook. And when I tell you, whoo, child. So yeah, if your photo doesn't show that you're a Black woman, or if you just have like a picture of a pet or something, they won't accept you. And did you answer whatever required questions? Did you answer them right? Because sometimes we may accidentally say no when we're supposed to say yes. So just that could be it. You may have to have a pic, yes, to prove. Yeah. They had a story that here in North Carolina, they're advising Black women to be careful. FBI says they have been alerted that the wants the kid. Listen, I didn't say it. M. Dickens 811 said it. But there's a reason why the F around and find out video happened last week. It wasn't scheduled to. So take it for what it's worth. But thank you. I've heard, yeah. And it's not just in North Carolina. If it's a private group on Facebook, they want to see your pic. Yeah, 100%. I did that, but it didn't work. No, not the Golden Girls. No. Digital nomad havens, co-living and co-working spaces, public, 48,000 members, 10 posts. Digital nomad havens, is that for women 60 plus? Co-living and is that for a younger audience? I did want to play this as we, get ready to wrap up, but this is the last motivational audio that I want to play, because I won't say I listen to it every day. That would be a lie. But when I need motivation, this gets me through. So just give me 1 second to find it. I used to have it pinned at the top of my page, but I changed it to pin something else. And child, now it is taking me longer than I want to find it. And I text it to somebody, but it may take me longer to find that text. Hold on. Any question? Oh, there's more questions. Okay, so I'll get to that in a second. But if there's any last minute questions, go ahead and put it in, because after I play, is this it? No, that's not it. It's coming. Oh, I had two audios. So listen, I'm gonna play this one first. Let me make sure the volume, and then I'll find the other one that I wanted to play.
When I started to realize that all this shit is made up, it literally shifted my perspective on everything: money, time, gender, race, everything. And like, look, actually, let's even specifically talk about things like beauty, money, working, productivity. All of these cultural values are made up. But the issue is, whose imagination are we living in? And that is why colonialism is so dangerous, because we are living within the imagination of white colonial men who decided what it means to be beautiful, what it means to be worthy, what it means to be productive. Why is productivity even a value that we have? Who does that benefit? When you realize that everything is made up, it shifts your whole worldview. Look what they did with daylight savings. Time is made up. Weekends, weekdays. What the fuck? We're on a fucking floating rock. What the fuck are we doing? And the issue is, the marginalized people who have the radical imagination never actually have the power to make that imagination come true. And that is why liberation movements are so important. Okay, the end.
Liberation movements are so important. The end. This right here, this Stay Ready movement is a liberation movement. And, apologize for anyone who doesn't use foul language, because she did. But, and however, everything she said was so on point. We are living through white colonialism construct. Every move we make, even from us having to get these documents, is through their lens. But we have to play their game to get to liberation. And so just know that when you start feeling, oh, I don't know if I can do this, think about why you're having that hesitancy. It's not because we've placed it on ourselves, it's because it's been placed on us. And so as much inspiration as I can find to help this this movement be successful. Oh, here it is. I found okay, so this is the last one. And then I'm going to play this last audio, and it's based in biblical beliefs, because that is what I believe. But the way Dr. Nita Phillips has broken this down on how we just stay stuck and stagnant, but whose image are we made in? Let's just listen.
Go be powerful. Go be powerful. You're asking too often for permission, but God said to tell you you're made in his image. Just go and be powerful. Go be powerful. What are you holding back from right now that the image of God in you has already given you permission to be powerful? You don't need another prophetic word. You don't need another confirmation. You don't need another phone call. You don't need another Google search. You don't need another resume update. Go be powerful. Stop walking in the room with your head down, Zoom or otherwise. Go be powerful. Wake up in the morning and you feel that anxiety and you feel that depression. You lay there and you say, yes, I feel it. It's real. I shed the tears. But when this foot hits the floor, go be powerful. I can march towards power with tears streaming down my face. Jesus did it feeling forsaken. Jesus did it grieving, but he never forgot who he was in the midst of how he felt. Go be powerful.
Amen. And so if you need inspiration, if you need motivation, if you need to realize once again that it's in us to make these moves. We don't need another prophetic word. We don't need to read another Bible scripture. We don't need to ask permission. It's in us. We're made in his image. And so those are just some of the audios that I listen to stay focused, to stay motivated, because I couldn't do it if I didn't. I couldn't do this. Like I said, I'm thick-skinned, but some of these comments, I wanna I be wanting to, fight back, but I can't. And so saying all that to say, this is what motivates me. This is what, and the Gemstones, the Gem Nation, over and above what I could have even imagined. Like I said, if I could have helped 10 people get passports, if I could have helped 10 people learn more about getting residency, that would have been abundance. But this right here, wow. Like I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I feel blessed, but even more, I'm inspired to keep going. So let's go ahead. I see a couple more questions and then we're gonna head out here because it's almost 2 hours. How did that happen? Okay, click on share button. Okay, so y'all were helping each other. I was just posting my search on Facebook for, okay. Just check the share. Okay. There are a lot of groups on Facebook. Okay. Thank you both. Okay. I don't see Facebook, only joined. Okay. Exodus. Okay. I have a question. Okay. There we go. So moving forward, if anyone ever has a question, just put the question mark in front of your question because it'll pop up quicker. You can do Q's as well, but the question mark, my eyes gravitate to. So I have a question. Would it be possible for you to address the questions at the end of the video so we can get gems quicker? I'm trying to get an understanding. This is new to some of us. Yeah, no, God directs me. And so that's another thing. Let me just, and this isn't to be, disrespectful. This is the flow that it's been. You can always watch the replay and fast forward, or you can watch the replay on two times speed, but I'm not changing the format, and it's working. It's working based on my goals and objectives. So, doesn't hurt to ask, but to be quite honest, no, because everyone's not staying until the end either, and I realize that. So, but thank you for tuning in. Co-living spaces and accommodations. Okay, so you were still there. Thanks, DL. I was tripping. Oh my gosh, she reminds me. Okay. Oh, you're talking about Dr. Anita Phillips. She's amazing. Like her work, she is amazing. Now I know she speaks at, she's one of like or she was affiliated with the Potter House some way, but she has her own movement and the book, The Garden Within. And she's also a doctor. Like she's a PhD who deals, I think she's a psychiatrist or something like that. So she deals with the brain and spirituality. She's amazing. Wasn't that good? Wasn't that good? Wasn't that good? So that is on my IG page. I don't know. Oh, I do have her whole sermon for that. You know what? I'm gonna post it in the community tab. I might do that tonight. I might post because I think it's on YouTube. I'm gonna post that whole sermon. Yep, I sure have it. That's right. Amen. Okay, I'm gonna go off and be powerful now. I'm working through that strength in her voice. Listen, it gets me going every time too, DL. Listen, praise God. Okay, there's a whole world out there. We need to see it. Yep. And again, but even if that's not your ministry, if that, you just need to be powerful, know that we are not here to be in trauma. We're not here to have to worry about if our babies are coming home because somebody may snatch them up simply because of the color of their skin. There's a lot of cuckoo for Cocoa Puff people out there. And so we just need to be prepared, right? Especially to protect our babies. Why, Jan, you're welcome. Okay, perfect. So we are done with the questions and answers. I thank you for tuning in for this Stop the Analysis Paralysis live. Less planning, more doing. We're coming back tomorrow with another, recap of what's going on or what the plan is for women in the new world, under the new world order. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Sunday, I will post what that conversation is going to be. I'll post that tomorrow. It'll be between two things. It depends upon how tomorrow goes, actually. I need to see which one makes more sense to go into. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like if you're here now and you have not liked this video. I ask that you like it so that more people get to see it. This is an action step for you. You are helping to get this message out to other people, because if YouTube doesn't see the likes to match the attendees, then they're not going to push it out. It's just what it is. So I appreciate you for liking. Check the description for all of my resource guides, all of my access to my calendar. If anyone is stuck and really wants to be held accountable, like really wants to, tell me, what's stopping them and get unstuck, or if you need help guiding through Mexican residency. I've had 3 Mexican residency calls within the past week. Everyone has gotten, now they're slowing down with appointments, because not slowing down, but they're being inundated with appointment requests. And so everyone has been able to access the consulate to schedule appointments. And the holidays are coming, so it's going to slow down there too. And so again, but if you don't want to do a consultation call, you can get the Mexican residency guide, which is linked in the Beacon shop, and it's access to clickable links to all 53 consulates in the US, where you can then do your own research and see exactly what the requirements are, et cetera, et cetera. And so, oh, yes, we got this, Patricia. This is another amazing conversation. Thank you, W squared. WM, I'm sorry. What time? When? Tomorrow? Tomorrow is at 9 a.m. And there should be a post on my community tab. Yeah, there should be a post with the link. It may not be an image this time, because today I had like no minutes in the day. So it's just a link saying tomorrow at 9 a.m. And I'm going to try to keep that under an hour, because one, I do have some things to do, and two, I don't want to overlap. There's one of my mentors, Stephanie Perry, she goes live at 10, so I'll probably lead in, but I want to stop definitely before she starts. We went over last week, and I didn't even realize until it was too late, and I like catching her too. So, oh, you're welcome. Casper, thank you. You're welcome. Ebed, thanks for the hand clap. Moni, you're so welcome. Thanks for always coming through. When this membership thing goes live, you and DL, y'all are in like Flynn, courtesy of me. I don't even know what it's going to look like yet, but y'all have been what my spirit needed, along with some others, but I don't want to risk calling them out. Subscribe, click the bell, and choose all to be notified when she goes live. Thank you so much, Patricia. You too are part of the membership. Thank you, Kim, for continued motivation. Your voice is changing the world. 1Password. Y'all ain't gonna make me cry. I'm too hungry to cry anyway, so. Oh, thank you. You are so welcome. Thank you. Kim will be live tomorrow at 9 a.m. Yes. Oh, thank you. You were answering, so thank you. What time? If we book a consult, do we have to take it next week? No. So my calendar, I explained, I need to explain that too. So up until a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, my calendar was only open for Mexican residency calls. Due to the request of people on this channel, they wanted some, more strategy calls to figure different things out. So I just recently opened that. Was it last week? I want to say my calendar is open through December, right? I don't have it open for January because I have some traveling I need to do. Not out the country, domestically, to handle some business. And so I don't know what my schedule is going to look like. So my calendar is open through December. I don't know when it'll open back up, but you can go ahead and book now. And it's also, I'm going to be in the South in January. So that should be interesting, right? So, but when I know more about my schedule in January, I haven't even booked my flight yet. So when I know more about that, I'll know when I can open my calendar. But when I do open, it's going to start with Mexican residency, because that is, excuse me, that is more, it takes more time to do those calls. And it also takes more follow-up and prep work to do those calls. And so, but you can book now through December. I think I have bookings through, I think Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve or something like that. So people have already started booking in December. Okay, thanks, Patricia. Okay, Cynthia, thank you. Another one, another member, another GEMSTONE member, yes, who always supports. You guys have been amazing. We ain't gonna let the 2-hour mark catch us. It's hour and 54 minutes and 17 seconds. Good night, y'all. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 a.m.